Hello, Amy. Just got back from filling up my water bottle. I'll get the stream started in just a second. Just trying to find the game there is. To set up the screen capture and such, and that'll be everything ready. Now, chances are I won't be doing Domino today, mostly because there's not a lot left to do in Domino. I'd rather try and keep it going on Saturdays when people seem to be able to drop by the most. Because while endless mode can go on forever, there's not going to be infinite content. However, the dev who popped by, I think the last week during the stream, they said that they're planning to add new stuff to beta soon, so maybe I'll be getting new things to do, who knows. For now, let's just do some Phoenix Point though, and miss lots of shots which we should definitely be hitting on these aliens. Going to take a second or two to load up, and that'll be us ready to start.
In what
And that should be it working now. The game which came out recently, which I think might replace this as a Friday stream, I'm not entirely sure yet. It's the new Oddworld game. Don't know if it's something we'll be interested in, but it's something I've been looking forward to quite a bit, and it came out just yesterday. For now though, we're going to keep doing some Phoenix Point. Simply because I've started already, I am enjoying it. What on earth was I doing last time during this? I'm down here. I need to get some resources. There's resources about here. Let's just go straight into fight. I'm sure that'll be fine. Move here first. Then here, just in case any events pop up. Ah, and here's one. Inhabitants of Shurupak welcome our operatives with smiles and questions about the outside world. It appears their long-range communications equipment has been malfunctioning for some time. Very little about what's been going on recently. I think I should just help them. Seems reasonable. Exarch Martinez is extremely pleased. He commends us to the dead gods and his true prophet exalted. There are many here who have family in other havens, he says. They'll finally be able to speak to their loved ones again, all thanks to Phoenix Project. Asks his people to reward us generously. Plenty of food from that, which is nice. Always good getting some food in. Seems they quite like us for doing that as well. However, let's go and do an actual mission and shoot some things. Now everyone looks to be fine. Someone's got empty equipment slots though. I guess for now they can have a grenade. Now they also seem to be invisible. I'm hoping that's not something that keeps happening. But let's just go into the mission and hope that they're rendering when they're actually in there. How are you doing anyway, May? You doing all good? Anything much been going on for you? As for me, I'm taking a small break from university stuff before I get back into doing assignments. No, I'm not going to rename myself May Contain COVID. That is a bad idea. Although it is good to see you coming along, the Turks. It's unusual people actually show up to this stream because it's a Wednesday. Not a lot of people come along. I assume they've got stuff going on. And also, it's not a Twitch integration game of any kind, so I'm glad I've got some company. It is good to see you back. How are you doing? Well, we're loading into the mission, because it's taking an awfully long time. Oh, look at that, speeding along now. I'll almost load it in. I keep saying I should move this onto my solid state drive, but I keep forgetting to, I'll be completely honest. Taking forever, isn't it? Ah, alright. So you finish school around noon then. That's fair enough. Is it some days you go at different times then, just to keep everyone separated as much as possible? That makes sense. So I know my sister, I mean she's currently on holiday, but she has to go in on, I believe, Wednesdays and Thursdays. For just a regular school day length. Right, got a few things we need to do. First, we need to shoot down this. That thing can spawn in a bunch of mist, which isn't very fun to shoot through or walk through.
Rolling out.
See, enemy spotted. Who have I spotted? Okay, it's the one with melee. That's fine. Ah, alright. That's fair enough. I'll keep trying to do a stream every so often on a Monday then, seeing as you say you're off on then. Not going to guarantee too much, but I will try. I do appreciate you coming along when you can though. It's always nice seeing familiar faces.
Target down.
Seem possibly Edotorx has left, which is a shame. That's all good. There's better stuff to do, I hardly blame him. Unless perhaps it's just a bad internet connection. It dropped down to 2 viewers per second. I'm quite confused at what's going on. Who knows? All I know is I'm going to try and shoot some aliens, which aren't technically aliens. Hopefully that'll go relatively well.
Moving in quick.
Now there's a lot of these crates I'm going to need to open. I'm hoping I can get a lot of good equipment out of it. Hardly guaranteed I'll get any good equipment, but it would be nice if I could. Should get a good overwatch in there. No, I feel she might accidentally shoot her friend. I'll overwatch in this direction. Start into the aliens doing their thing. Or the Pandorans, I believe they're called. Ah, and that's the one with a grenade. Oh dear. Want to be dealing with grenades, they do not sound like a fun time. What also doesn't sound like a fun time is these guys trying to sneak up on me. Seem to have a lot of health. Good to know you'll stick around. If you do have other stuff you're wanting to do, don't feel like you have to, for my sake. While I do appreciate it, I'd rather that you enjoy yourself and the time you do have off. Not trying to say that I'm not entertaining, I like to think I'm at least relatively entertaining. I've got a fair few people who come in and watch. But yeah, if there are other things you want to do, don't worry about me.
Here I
I'm
am.
happy
Let's
enough
do
just
this.
playing this and talking to myself for the most part if I need to. Now, I don't think I've got a good shot over there, I'll be completely honest. I'm just going to do a big Overwatch cone over there and hit someone. It's good to know you think so. I do try my best.
I'm repositioning. On Overwatch. Let them
I mean,
come.
it's mostly a question of is it a game you're interested in watching, I'd imagine. Some games, I'd imagine, are definitely more exciting than others. This one, for example, I quite enjoy it. However, I could definitely see some people not caring too much. Spider throw specialised pistol pack. What that? Sounds very fancy, so I'll take it. Okay, let's see. I can get a single attack off. Better for my so accurate at this long a range. Ah yeah, I know you love Domina. Like I said at the start though, while Domina is good, it's somewhat running out of things for me to stream and I do want to keep streaming it. So for the most part I'm going to be trying to stream it just on Saturdays, potentially on Mondays as well if I've got some spare time. Seeing as you're free on Mondays. Don't think I could do any more than that though. Hoping I can murder any of these aliens as we come around the corner.
I'll keep my eyes open.
If I don't have spare time, I'm not able
Moving
to.
to
I've got
coordinates.
assignments I'm going to need to be doing soon for my university stuff. So while I would love to keep doing Domina just more often, then I sadly might not be able to. And a good chance of killing this guy here. I'd like to get an Overwatch afterwards though, so I'll do this, make it ever so slightly cheaper to shoot at him. And take a shot, I might be able to kill him. I
Target
hit
missed.
the rock, lovely. Oh no, it's not no more Domina, don't you worry fear. It's just I'm not going to be doing Domina more than maybe twice a
I'm
week.
on Overwatch.
Which to be honest, I don't think people would really be too bothered for it more than twice a week, I don't know. People would be. To look into it potentially. I mean yeah, it's fairly repetitive and while I do enjoy it, there's only so much content here. Everyone missed except for the last two, so it was behind the pipe. This person going to get murdered? 70 damage and they've had their arm disabled, they're no longer able to actually do anything. They've had their encumbrance changed as well, they're able to carry one less thing, that is a shame. This is great, I've got 4 viewers, one of which has been on my phone just to make sure the stream's working fine.
Steady.
This is going surprisingly well. Now, I think I stand a good chance of hitting them here, I don't quite know. Hard to say. I think I'll aim for the arm.
Passed up.
If I can take that out, it should hopefully make them less dangerous.
That should.
This is brilliant, I can just zoom right in. I'll probably finish him off with one of the assault rifle guys.
Let's make this happen.
Oh yeah, doing your Fallout and drugs to improve performance, of
Trying to
course.
reposition.
Anyway, this person, they're not going to be too much use right now. Sadly,
Acquiring
well, I'd
targets.
love to try and use them more. They've already picked up loot and they're no longer able to use their main weapon. So let's just send Takeshi forward, the man who famously owns a castle somewhere.
Target down.
Yeah, I'll make him go towards there. See if you can grab that
Moving.
next turn. I have heard of turn bait, yeah. My university, it's peculiar. Everything's pre-recorded, lecture-wise, so I can do it whenever. I do have a schedule I've set for myself though. It really depends on what work we're given each week for how long it'll take. Because it is done in our own time for the most part. Seeing as assignments are coming up for it, it's mostly going to be up to me to actually judge how long I need to spend doing everything. I'll figure stuff out, don't you worry. I mean, you say my work is streaming, it's more of just a hobby. I don't think I'm able to justify it as actually being work. I want to drop both of them. Really? That's just a grenade way. Drop a med pack. Luckily my income isn't high enough because I'm not making any money from this to actually need to pay taxes. That's great. Now what the real pro gamer move would be is, rather than just buying games and using that as business expenses, what I do is I buy bits on Twitch and pay myself and write that off as a business expense. At that point it is just money laundering though, so maybe not the best idea. Quite a tempting idea though. Just getting free money. Oh, don't worry about donating any. I'm not really expecting much money out of this. If you really want to, then I'm not going to stop you. I do enjoy money, after all. But yeah, don't feel like you have to or anything. I'm more than happy just doing this for my own entertainment. Because I'd be playing these games anyway.
I'll be right there.
Like, the way I see it is, I don't have a very good attention span when it comes to finishing games. So, what I end up doing instead is I'm just streaming it. Then I've got people coming along somewhat frequently. I feel like I'm justified in playing the games, that's all good. Yeah. Money laundering's a peculiar thing, isn't it? One thing I very much don't understand about it is how so many people get away with doing it.
Operative on the move.
Like, here's something you may not know. Activision in the US, I believe they pay absolutely nothing in taxes, yet get paid back roughly 42 million or something every year from tax returns. Now, I don't quite understand how capitalism is supposed to work, but that does not sound like it, I'll be completely honest. Yeah, if you're not experienced at money laundering, I'd imagine it's a lot less legal. There's probably some rather sketchy but technically legal ways you can do it.
Like the wind.
Like, I don't want to go on about my political views and such too much in streams, but capitalism, especially in the US, is a right mess. Yep. That's pretty much it for you.
Shot went wide.
Now, one thing I will say
Is that
is
really the best they can do?
a lot of companies try and get down tax brackets by just buying extra stuff and then flagging it as like company costs and just giving the extra stuff to employees if they don't use it, which they know they won't. Also, I've got a warning on the screen. Let me see what's it saying. Skipped frames to... Okay, apparently I'm skipping the frames. Let me know if it's all that choppy or anything. I might be able to fix it. Should be going fine enough. There's only the one notification from a minute ago. Was it Omar who picked stuff up? It was, I believe. Oh no. No, I'm not playing Fortnite. You cannot convince me. Yeah, that's pretty good, I'll be honest. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't end up getting any kind of money. I touch Fortnite uniformly. Well, I'll have you know, I played Fortnite maybe once back when it was still relatively new to see what all the fuss was about. I absolutely despised it. It was not a fun game. I don't know how they got so many fairly talented people around, put them through like crunch and everything, so they had to work ridiculous hours, and ended up with a terrible game at the end. That's just bizarre to me. I mean, I'd imagine it could be fun once you know what you're doing and everything. Can't be bothered learning it, though. I really don't care for competitive games. Yeah, the base game is something no one ever talks about or uses or anything. I believe the base game isn't a survival, like, wave-based defense. I think that's it anyway. It's a very peculiar thing, to say the least. And the actual Battle Royale mode was just supposed to be an add-on that you put there just to keep people interested while they were developing the game. I'd imagine they've more or less just said that they're not going to bother with actually developing the proper game now. Which I would say is a shame. Honestly, I don't think people would have cared for a zombie survival thing. I mean, I understand there's a lot of good zombie survival things out there, but if they were aiming it towards kids, I can't see it being all that great. I really can't. One thing to keep your eyes on is there's a... I can't remember what it's called, but there's a game coming out by the developers of Left 4 Dead. I think it's called Back 4 Blood. Coming out relatively soon. Might want to keep your eyes on that. That looks like it could be a fun time. I'll likely be playing that with friends at some point, maybe not on the stream though. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that coming out. I'm hoping it'll be good. Fortnite not aimed at kids. I assumed from the art style potentially it was, because it was a very easily marketed art style. $60 October 12th. Oh, that's a day after my birthday. I think I'm justified in picking it up some money. I'll definitely be giving that a shot. Graphics are a side effect. Oh, hello. Someone new. Good to see you.
Acquiring target.
Yeah, Unreal Engine's a peculiar one. I've not used many engines yet in like my game development
Target
course. There's some which definitely have specialities in certain areas over others. I don't think Unreal is known for its graphics. Unreal, I think, is known for its physics and such, mostly. If anyone ever asks me to play Fortnite, by the way, I will not be playing it. I can advise you. It's just not my kind of game. I really do not want it. Everyone knows that the best games are made in Scratch. If you know what that is, then you've likely got terrible memories of it. Basically, Scratch is a game engine which is targeted towards kids simply because it uses like building blocks of code to make games and such. I've got some decent memories of it. I'm not going to really go use it to make a game because you can't make anything beyond maybe a basic Pong, maybe an FPS. But yeah, games like Domino, I agree with you, I mean, are great. I love smaller devs. We always come up with better ideas than just, okay, it's a first-person shooter, but this time you get to hide behind cover. Who would have guessed? What an upset in the market. There's just too many repetitive games in AAA right now. I think the biggest game I'd consider playing, which came out recently, is the new Oddworld game, if anyone knows about them. Like the Abe's Odyssey and all that, from back in the old PlayStation.
Gotcha.
I say old PlayStation, I think it was PlayStation 1, that's very old. Mostly at the moment I'm just playing games which I'm streaming, because I'm enjoying streaming. It gives me an excuse to play games without feeling that I just get bored after a while, because it's nice having people to chat to while I do it. Are there any big AAA games any of you are interested in? I'm somewhat curious, because there's a lot of AAA games out there. This Phoenix Point game I'm playing right now, I wouldn't say it's AAA, it's definitely closer to being AAA than some things though. Oh god, we're not doing a Stellaris stream. While I would love to do some Stellaris, that's going to take maybe a whole month to finish if I stream it twice a week for 3 hours. That's not going to be happening. Although I am now tempted since you've mentioned it. Maybe what I'll do is over the summer I'll stream more and try and get a proper game like Stellaris done. Don't know if anyone would be interested in coming and watching Stellaris, but I could certainly give it a shot.
I'm on Overwatch.
Yes, we get it. You quite like Domino.
Moving in
I
quick.
mean, if what the Domino dev, if it was actually dev, they said they were, I'm going to trust them on it. It came by last week. They said there's going to be new stuff getting added soon. If that's true, then we might have a lot longer we can spend in Domino than I'd anticipated. It should be good, not a bad thing. I do like doing Domino.
I got this covered.
Moving.
What's his name? I can't remember his username. It was like the Big Nick or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Tried Crying Sons? I have not. I have heard of it though. It's supposed to be quite good. aliens? Am I just running around collecting stuff right now? Yeah, Domina is quite a good game. You may not be aware of it, it's quite a small one. There we go, that's this person fully kitted out. One game I'm really looking forward to getting back to is Noita. I love Noita so much. I've just been waiting to get channel points, so I need to get more followers and such. I think 2 more followers and it's just average viewers I need to get up. I want to do channel points. Wouldn't it be fun to just spawn enemies on top of me and just watch me die?
No time
Oh
to
yeah, I
waste.
can understand you rage quitting. It does that, it's that kind of game.
Repositioning.
Oh, but I do love it. I've got some great memories of Noita. It's pretty much the game I started streaming from. I think my very first stream, oh there's a lot of stuff in here. The very first stream I did, it was, I believe, I was doing Noita and I was streaming it to some friends, just so they could vote and stuff. I mean, don't try and convince people to follow me. Like, just don't annoy people about it. It's all good. It'll happen over time. I need to get the average viewers up anyway. It's all fine. Don't worry. I don't want anyone to be reporting me for sending out bots. Now, this guy is massively over encumbered. I should probably not give them any more. They're not going to be able to walk. Try and send them to an evac point. They're barely going to be able to move. Noita community is a great community though. I'm glad I've found a fair few people in there. I think, as I said, frequently changing community. There's all sorts of people who've dropped into streams just for one time then never reappeared. I've had a few regulars who come along for a while, then they just change to different regular. It's always a fun time though. They're all kind, they all have at least a vague idea of what's going on, and if they don't, they're more than happy to ask about it. That's great. Although it might just be I've been lucky getting lots of kind people, because I've come across all of you as well, and you all seem good. I mean, I haven't known y'all for long. For all I know, you could be... I don't know what I'm allowed to say on Twitch, but you could be doing some illegal stuff. All I really care about though is that I've got some people watching. Well, not so much. People talking to me. Watching's fine enough, but it's good to have people to chat to while I'm doing all of this. Like, as far as I'm aware, like, all of you are just parts of the Mafia and you're trying to gather some intel on me. I'd hope not. Or maybe I'd hope so. I mean, people are interested enough in me to, like, send the Mafia. Don't quite know how it all works. What would you say is the most dangerous crime you'd potentially do? Like, for me, I think the most dangerous thing I'd consider doing is, like, maybe taking an extra biscuit when I'm supposed to. Like, that's a pretty evil thing to do. Ah, hey Geostorm, good to see you. We're just talking utter nonsense while I just run around. Ah, fair enough. It's always fun, it's just if you go into the Google Images for any kind of stock photos for crime or anything like that, you find some lovely things. I think some of the most bizarre ones
Moving
I've
now.
found is there's a surprising amount of nuns with guns. Don't know quite where the two ideas cross, but for some reason a lot of stock images just want to have nuns with guns. We all know that you're very much not a nun. God, if you were, that would be terrifying.
Moving out.
Another fun one to look up, other than just criminals, if you look up just the word hacker, you find some fun stuff. It's just amazing what people put into stock photos. Sadly, I'm not able to share any of them now, but... Oh yeah, I see you've at some point come across them as well. I do love just some of the bizarre stock photos you find for like hackers or criminals or stuff. Like there was one I found the other day when I was doing some stuff for one of my assignments where I had to make a poster because apparently you need to make a poster on like hacking and such at some point during my elective I chose. But yeah, I found, I believe it was a woman with a gun pointed at a goldfish that she was holding already out of the water and likely dead. Like, who thinks of these things? And who agrees to take part in the photo shoot? Like, I don't know where you find any of these people. Like, is it just you go onto Facebook and you say, hey, we're looking for young models, and we're like, oh cool, I need some modelling experience. Then yeah, they just get stock photos, which they regret for the rest of their life. Yep. The thing is, they want to seem threatening, but they can't seem too threatening or they can't sell the stock photos.
Let's rock.
We need to appeal to a big audience. Just don't know what they want to do. And I should really talk about the game I'm playing, shouldn't I? Unless I just want to keep talking about utter nonsense and just leave it at that for the most part. But I'll take a shot. I'm amazed I killed that guy. Look at that. Dying inside guy. I can't say I know quite what you're on about there. I mean, stock photos are great. I do love stock photos. And I am just running around trying to open boxes right now. To be fair, I don't have much reason not to be talking about them.
Watch out, I'm moving in.
Yeah, pretty much. Try not to search anything that'll get you, like, flagged up in a criminal database or anything. That's maybe a bad idea. Apart from that, anything should be fine. And there goes Stream Elements again. Riveting conversation of Stream Elements. If you Google that, that's you on a watch list for sure. I mean, my goal at some point is going to be to get on as many different lists as I possibly can. Now, I'm never actually going to do that, but I want to say that I will. And then I can sound like I've got a goal in mind. Ah yes, you've caught on to me, Amy. I'm trying to make you all into a criminal syndicate of some kind. Imagine hacking into a criminal database just to put yourself on the list, to make yourself seem like a bigger criminal than you are. You think people would do that? It'd be quite a challenge to do that. Oh dear me. You've found out what I'm on to.
Gotta be quick.
I mean, secretly, while I was making you all my slaves in Domina, I was trying to do the same, but in real life. Oh, I'm very afraid of what I've gotten myself into trying to fool you and me. Perhaps I should have gone for an easier target. Maybe I should have just done Fortnite and gotten all the children involved. That could be taken out of context. Please don't clip that and quote it anywhere. That is a bad idea. You need to watch what you say on Twitch. I shouldn't be just saying random stuff like that. That's not good. Sure, something like that. Probably about right. I mean, make up the wildest fantasies you can about what I'm doing, and I can assure you that they're almost definitely wrong, but I will go along with it. Yes, pretty much pyramid scheme, but it's not much of a pyramid. It's like maybe a stack of maybe 3 people, if that. It's a successful pyramid so long as there's someone on top and someone below. Is that all you need? What defines it as a pyramid scheme? There needs to be a certain scale first. I don't know. 3 holding up 1. Alright.
Let's go!
So, technically, it could be a pyramid scheme that I'm running.
No time to waste.
I'm not gonna side shame you, don't worry. I'm sure we're all perfectly capable of supporting each other in a pyramid scheme. All you need to do is donate to my OnlyFans. Now, much like the name would suggest, what I do is I post pictures of various industrial-sized fans I find on Google Images. Really tempted now to make OnlyFans like that. Although I don't think I'd get away with promoting it on Twitch, that'd be a terrible idea. Yep. I wonder, what are stock photos for pyramid schemes? Let's see. The loading might take a while, I might have a chance to Google some of these on the phone. Give me a second. Just Googling pyramid schemes. Oh, that loaded a lot quicker than I thought it was. Give me a second. Pyramid scheme stock photo. Ah, that's a lot less interesting than I thought, I'll be honest. Yeah, never mind. That's a bit boring. Just gonna get back to doing the stream. It's probably a lot more interesting. When I say that, I've not really been talking about what we're doing in this stream. So who knows? When do I stream Domina? I usually stream Domina just on Saturdays. I might try and do every second Monday, since you're off on Mondays and you do seem to be interested. But for now, I'm going to be just going around doing some Phoenix Point. I'll try and get a bit back on topic now I'm done with a simple looting mission. Ah, it was a holiday. Alright. Are there any days better than others for you? I'm assuming Wednesdays are alright if you're off in the afternoon. I was thinking I'd change Wednesdays over to doing Noita whenever I get back into that. Oh no, you're right. I've made a child a criminal. He's been googling stock photos and everything. What are we gonna do? And I should get back to talking about the game. Like, currently this is just a just chatting stream at this point. That's Eridu. A young poet is making a name for himself. Inspired by the teachings of the Exalted, he has written an epic in verse that is part spiritual vision of the future, part guide to letting go of the old world. Despite the heavy subject matter, it's easy to read and entertaining, even humorous. Humankind's flaws are explained in a way that gets loud laughs from audiences, and there's an overall feeling of hope. Hooray, how does this involve me? Oh. Poet would like to produce a beautiful printed edition of a work as a present to the Exalted. The Haven leadership is less than enthusiastic, insisting that the only thing really worth reading is the Gospel of the Exalted, so he has turned to us for his help. What the hell's happening in chat? Oh, you're having fun there, mate. You're really getting into the role. So, very cheaply I can get it printed. I can tell them to ask people. I can just condemn it. Basically say it's absolute rubbish. Tell them to get rid of it. Or just stay out of the matter. Seeing as there are people here, what do you all think? Personally, I want to try and be kind, so I think this one here, get it printed. Okay, are we thinking it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4? I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Sense. You're really wanting option 3. No, I'm gonna print it. I'm going to print it. Me and Fear are agreeing on it. Ooh. Okay. Some people don't like me too much. End product of our efforts may not match the truly great editions of the past, but given present circumstances, it's a huge success. The young poet thanks our operatives with tears in his eyes. He never thought he would get to create something so beautiful. The Exalted will be pleased, and he might be executed for reinterpreting the text, depending quite how cult-like this religious group is.
My task is not to see what is on the surface, but to perceive the truth within. What do you believe? Do you understand that there is no way back to the world before the flood? Because it was the very nature of that world that caused its downfall. If you do, then you understand the folly of those who dream of the old world, and you will act against them.
Alright. I'm assuming this isn't related to the last mission. This is the group of religious cultists who want to modify themselves using this virus. It's just one of their leaders come into contact because they're quite fond of me now. Now, he's got a peculiar face, you are correct. Now, it must get very sweaty under there. I hope he washes. Like, that can't be fun for him. I've got another alert on stream, give me just a second. Or skipped frames a while ago. That's fine. See, he's got no eyes. Surely he's got eyes in there somewhere. It's just really dark eyeshadow.
I am sending you the coordinates of a sacred site. At this place, a child was born with a body uplifted by Anu and a mind free of the plague, a harbinger of things to come. Yet now the heathens of New Jericho occupy this hallowed ground and refuse to leave. Cast them out and prove your dedication to our cause. The old world must die for the new to be born.
Alright, so we're getting a bit more aggressive towards these New Jericho people now. Now, New Jericho, they're essentially people who want everything to go back to how it was. Snidrian want to try and go back but have it be an improved diplomatic society. Disciples of Anu, the guys I was just talking to, they're wanting to just embrace this virus that's turning everyone into crab people. So, that's interesting. There's also another faction which isn't mentioned there, which is the robot people. That's potentially something we want to be considering as a threat. In here we can actually get a recruit. Do we want to recruit? Let's see. Oh, they've got a fancy head. Alright, it's become with a mutation of some kind. Oh, you've got an idea? Let me hear it. 50% Domina. Now, I will say 50% Domina, 50% Phoenix Point might not work out, seeing as I'm wanting to try and do 3 different games in the streams. For now though, I might actually want to pick up this guy, they look pretty decent. They come with the fancy heads, so I don't know why not. And we will send them to, I think it's Charlie, the closest one. Everyone likes a good bit of fancy head, wouldn't you agree? Definitely not a euphemism in there.
A Snidrian haven is under attack.
Oh, there's a haven being attacked. Where? Oh, up there, that's a big attack as well by the looks of it. Let it run by you, we're losing.
A Snidrian haven is under attack.
There have been an increase in reports of severely mutated humans attacking patrols throughout the world. These creatures, referred to as the Forsaken, are... that's not a word I've seen before. Rapacious? Maybe? And have already ambushed several New Jericho and Disciple of Anu patrols. Extreme caution is advised when visiting exploration sites. Can I get to them in time? I'm a bit worried I might not be able to. Like, the mist seems to be spreading around. Can I get here in time? Just. Only just. These guys were about to die. Okay, let's see if you can save them. My idea for a schedule is Fridays, since people tend to come along less, are going to be for my longer running series games. For example, Phoenix Point, a game where I've got a single campaign going on for a long time. Saturday, I've always thought is a good day for Twitch integration stuff. That seems to be when most people are free. That'll be either Domina or Noita, both of which have Twitch integration. Probably stick with it being Domina for now. Simply because I want to try and get channel points and such before I properly go back to Noita. And Sundays I'd wanted to try and use for doing just multiplayer games with people. Thing with multiplayer games though is I need to have people. Everything I need to protect here seems to be on the roof. That's fine. Say Domina has a long campaign. Its campaign lasts maybe 3 hours, 3.5. It's a decently sized campaign. It's good for doing it in a single stream, but a campaign of this will take you maybe 120 hours, if I had to take a rough guess. I do think something like this is a better idea to do on Fridays and probably Wednesdays, as I'm currently doing now. I'm thinking I'll try and get extra streams in. I'm not sure where any of the enemies are, so I need to send some guys to do some forward scouting. Send her up here. Yeah, that's her in cover.
Enemy in visual range.
Yes, of course. They'll do some Morrowind multiplayer mods. That sounds exactly like what we're needing. You've got me convinced. All we need now is to figure out how mods work with it, because I've never used mods with Elder Scrolls 3. I know I've got some friends who've done it with Skyrim, so it can't be much different, can it? It's awful in the best way. I'm not looking forward to trying that ever. I'm somewhat doubtful I will ever try it, I'll be honest. I had to set up with 4 people. How does it work? Do you need to have like a proxy server, or are you using like port forwarding of some kind for your IP router?
Moving in.
It does not sound like a fun time. I don't like port forwarding. Oh, we've spotted someone over there. Alright. I'll hide in here for now then.
Target located.
It's just integrated, so they've got their own like external servers that people get to use. Alright. Sounds good. Either that or it's port forwarding, but they've simplified it for you. I know that's how Steam Remote... In fact, is that how Steam Remote Play works? I would have thought it is, but it might not be. I haven't really thought much about Steam Remote Play before. Who knows?
Watch out!
Or you
I'm
do
moving
have
in.
to port forward. Ah well. If I ever do get into properly streaming though, like if it becomes a career or anything, I'll definitely take ideas from people as to what they want me to stream and when. For now though, let's shoot some aliens. There's actually a surprising amount of these, and we've already murdered most of the people who might have been defending this.
Right there.
Which is great, I'll be honest. Oh, we've got someone on our team. That's a sniper, I believe. 2 snipers, in fact. Lovely. Sniper who's pretty much just one-shot someone too. Try shooting it in the leg. I don't think these are like the ghouls from Fallout. It's not going to work like that. It'd be lovely if it was how it works. You can do with these guys though, which is fun. Is you can just destroy their gun. Yes, you need some milk to get rid of that poison. Valuable life lessons you've learnt from Minecraft. Anyway. He's poisoned. That doesn't matter. He's not one of my operatives. It may sound a bit mean. And it is a bit mean. But yeah, he doesn't matter as much as my operatives do.
Rolling out.
Even get a good shot
Come
through
get
this window?
some.
I can actually. Don't want to be attacking his shield, that's not something we need. Get his arm and such, that'd be nice. I think aim around here should be decent. There we go.
Take that.
Now, what can my sniper do, if anything? Not much, I'll be honest. Really got the best of vantage points up here. There's a big roof in the way. Didn't really notice that before. How I missed it. I think make my way up here for now.
Let's go.
Keep myself in good cover. Enemy spotted where? There. Them? Must have been this guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna move forward, keep myself in cover.
Watch out, I'm moving in.
And reposition into a spot where I can actually shoot later on.
Eyes
Shot
peeled.
here. That's not a great shot, I'll be honest. If you zoom in on it, he is just looking at the wall. Lovely. Yeah, that's not a good shot. I might not take that one. This guy have a gun. They're a Scourge. That's the one which has, I believe, shield and poison? But he's actually got a gun, I think. You can see that there. I can try and hit it if you really want. I think what's a better plan, however, is run this guy, I believe Takeshi. Yep. We've taken out his arm. Lovely. Let's see if we can take out the leg. Because you're mentioning that before. No, sadly not. His leg still exists. Will it exist for long? Probably. I don't think I stand a good chance of taking it out. Yeah, I need to dash with one of my guys, try and get in there. Takes will points. Will points being down there, represented by WP. This guy's gonna probably heal themselves. I could heal them instead, but I'd lose a med kit. That's not what I want. And I've got two guys round this side then. I think the two of them should try and get a vantage point up towards the roof. Or maybe try and flank round the back. Regardless, we should be moving forward with them. A surprising amount of people drop in. Like I saw we've been at, I think, 5 viewers at max with this stream. Which is surprising, especially for Phoenix Point, a game I wouldn't think many people actually know exists. It's basically the younger brother, or sister, of XCOM, made by some of the former XCOM devs.
Taking offensive action.
Ooh, paralysis. I mean, paralysis is great and all, but he's dead. Didn't really help him, did it? Yeah, it was self-defense. I mean, crab people are people. Oh, that was a grenade. Okay. I'm not great at identifying people who might have grenades. That didn't go amazingly. What will go amazingly
Moving to
though,
coordinates.
is if I run up here,
Acquiring target.
I just try and murder them. They have a total of 90 health, I deal 120 damage. 0 armor on their leg, 10 on their head, 0 on arm. I could take out their equipment, maybe? It's not a great plan. I'll aim for their leg. Aiming for their leg might be the better idea here. Launcher arm might be equipment. Yeah, I think aim for the leg. There we go.
Threat eliminated.
We've done the exact thing you wanted and murdered someone through their leg. Now, is it a bad idea to make my sniper jump down from the high ground to take a single shot? I believe we both know the answer to that. Yes, it's a horrible idea. I'm going to do it regardless. That might even be the mission complete. That was the last alien. I think that little sound there means it was. Lovely. And no one got injured from that except from a guy who had a grenade shot at him. Which is only a minor flesh wound. That's all good. More importantly, I managed to actually save this haven just as it was about to lose. And we even stole their sniper rifle afterwards. Alright, sure. We've just stolen their equipment, robbers are dead. All that. Oh dear. But yeah, this missed. This is spreading. It wasn't this bad before. Got one person there, I believe. Phoenix Point Charlie. For now though, I think they're perfectly justified. Oh no, they've got new stuff. Okay, we've got Shield Breaker Alpha. Okay. Reinforced Carapace, up there. That's what he's got. Heavy Blast, no significant behaviour changes. Superior firepower is recommended, so I need to bring some heavies. And they now have some crab people who use sniper rifles. Of course. Enhanced perception can shroud itself. Oh no. Don't like the idea of fighting them. Guess what we will do though is take out one of their hives. Now we've got a fun loading screen to wait through. I'm not entirely sure what taking out these like hive things does. I think they just have a chance of attacking nearby settlements. If we take this out, the settlements will be better protected. Or havens, to use the exact terms. We've immediately got someone with a sniper rifle. Oh dear. Sniper, what kind of shots can you get off? Okay, everyone's a bit too crowded. First, Sophia, you just take a step forward, get into good position. There's a sniper. This one. Okay, I guess take a step back and you can get a shot off. It's not a shot against a sniper. I hoped it would be. We can only hit the carapace, shield, or potentially the arm in there. Let's give that a shot. I think I hit their arm. That got a good bit of damage through. person has an autocannon.
Finger on the trigger.
Okay, the hitman can be shot from here. Into a small bit of cover. Can try and take out their weapon. Quite a small profiled hit, I might just aim more specifically for them. Umar, he's the heavy of the group. Not able to really get all that far. Sophia could aim for that, but might hit them in the crossfire, so I won't bother. But Sophia could move further forward. She could move over here and get an overwatch. Might be more interesting is moving here and doing an overwatch.
Aiming.
We need to take out that sniper though. That sniper is going to be getting a heavy hit in if we let them. Okay, that should be a kill, hopefully. It wasn't. At the very least they're dazed and they are bleeding. Not quite enough to bleed out. Yeah, the facts were dazed means you only have one action point, so that's more than manageable for now. Hiker, where did they go? Send a detachment in this direction. I think we should maybe keep everyone together, there isn't a time limit. Right, let's just have a look over here. Sniper has used up her actions. Elif. Yeah, they're the heavy, you took a shot earlier. You can hide here. Umar. Run up, get some cover. I think
No
get
time
over
to
here
waste.
should be good. Enemy spotted. Okay. That's manageable enough. We need to take out that giant thing in one combat turn though. Which could prove difficult. Crying out loud. We've really not managed to kill him. He's not quite going to die out either. Let's get that hitman. That's not quite 1 HP, I'll have 18 HP, so 8 left at the end of this turn. He is bleeding, he'll die in 2 turns left alone. This guy will be left with 4 HP. They're a sniper though, I'd quite like to get them taken out right now. Yeah, I can guarantee that. I think Sophia's one to use. She'll be able to kill both of them. So assault rifles only take 2 action points. Much like in real life. How many action points do you have in real life here? I'd like to say I've got about 2 normally. It's hardly anything to brag about, but
Here I am, let's do this.
oh, I do love euphemisms.
On the double.
There's a May left. Like a May is a kid. Maybe we should be using euphemisms. Oh god, why did you even ask? Anyway, let's see. Do we just murder that? Yeah, we do. Can we use a sniper for it? Okay, that's 110 plus 50.
Oh yeah!
Let's take down this egg. Very dangerous enemy, I'm sure you're aware. Is it not euphemisms? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe my mind's just a bit dirty. I do apologise. I like how I talk about utter crap during these streams, yet somehow people still find it enjoyable. It's a bit rude. Who do they think they are, that little red circle emitting thing? Can't believe it. Secret to success isn't to vibe, it's to step on everyone you possibly can to get to the top. That's how capitalism works. Were you not aware? I don't know why I'm going on about capitalism so much during this stream. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be continually going on about it. Yeah, there we go. That's that big thing taken out.
Hostile destroyed.
Indeed, yeah, indeed. Now
Target
let's
in sight.
see. That's where they are exactly. They have 90 HP.
Taking position.
I'll get into cover and take a shot. There we go.
Took one down.
Biggest issue with those guys, with the assault rifle, is if you don't take them out in a single action, then they get to retaliate and fire back. Luckily they don't have too much health. Yeah, now we need to try and find this other thing somewhere. It's another one of those somewhere inside this dungeon. I'd imagine by its size it's either up there or over here. Potentially over here, I just haven't gotten close enough. It really could be about anywhere, I'll be completely honest. I've got no idea.
I'll keep my eyes open. Let's go.
Yeah, 2 people overwatching up front just in case the worst happens. And get everyone else moving in the right direction. Okay. There aren't any enemies that showed up out blue.
Moving.
Send them forward, get a bit of scouting in. It's not quite a boss fight, we're just going around murdering one of their lairs. Probably as close to boss as you'll get without having an actual boss mission though. I'm not sure what there is in this game though, I haven't really played too much of this before, I haven't seen much on it either. I saw it once ages ago in a video and thought, that looks kinda neat, I'll give that a shot sometime.
Running.
If you want to think of it as a boss fight, sure, it's close enough to being a boss fight, I'm willing to just say it is. Okay, there's something in there we can hear. Can't see it. It's just been breathing very loudly.
Let's go!
Maybe it's snoring, who knows. Oh no. I don't want to keep this whole "we're criminals" thing up.
Gotta be quick.
I don't want to be a criminal. I'm not suited for it. I've got a little rubber duck on top of my computer monitor, for crying out loud. That's not very threatening, is it?
Moving in quick.
Unless you're afraid of ducks or rubber, I guess. Be an odd thing to get scared of, although I do occasionally scare myself when I knock on the floor accidentally. About as close as I get. We've got someone coming in, it's a brute. I do get it to me, don't worry. Just trying to somewhat focus a bit more on my game. Do we have who can run in? Have him. I can't jump over the cover. Okay.
Rolling out.
Sniper can take out this guy. Let's see. Take out their pincer, takes out their main weapon. Take out their arm, disable it as well, I'd imagine.
Take
Yeah,
that.
there we go. And they should now die. Yeah, they'll bleed out. Lovely. Indeed, me, your boss appreciates a funny joke.
Pushing on.
I don't want to be known as your boss, this is bizarre. Our trauma. Alright, I'll have a look at that sometime then, possibly. Is that a horror game, I'm assuming, from the name?
Right there.
Regardless, I'll have a look at it. Possibly I'll give it a shot sometime. Domina is fun, I do agree with you, mate. Not gonna be doing any Domina, at least today.
Let's go.
Domina, I think, will be on Saturdays next time. Tomorrow, I think I might get an extra stream in, but I've got a plan for that. I'll likely play... what was it called? The Life and Suffering of Sir Brant. As a demo, so I'll give that a shot tomorrow. Might not be a very long stream. It really depends. Oh, don't be sad at me, I'm feeling bad now. How dare you? Don't want to feel bad for not streaming things. I'm supposed to be doing this for my entertainment mostly. Can't make me have feelings. Okay, this is where we need to go next, inside that room. That's the only space I can see it being. Yeah, I'll check out that game. Oh, that's the thing you were talking about. Alright. The sub-game. Just saw the message from a little bit earlier. That sounds like it could be fun. I believe I've seen a couple videos on it before. It rings a bell, at least with its concept. I don't think there's many games that do something similar, so... I'd definitely be up for giving that a shot. Potentially I'll pick it up, we could do that on Sunday instead of Noita, it really depends. Yeah, I'm always willing to do Noita, is the thing. Noita is the best game. Like, even better than Domina, I'm willing to say. It may be contrary to popular belief, but I do believe it is. I do hope that if you come by to a Noita stream sometime in May, you will enjoy it as well, because, like I say, it's an amazing
Be right
game.
there. Targets in sight.
Both myself and Fear very much enjoy it. Should have some old videos of it on the YouTube archives if you want to have a look at them at some point.
On the double.
Oh no, we're arguing over which is better now. Both games are great. Noita has a lot more replayability because of the amount of customization as well as the randomness involved. So personally I'd say Noita is the one you can play for longer. Is Noita better? It's hard to say. It really depends which game you prefer.
Moving in quick.
I mean, it is fun watching Twitch chat fight each other as gladiators. Like, why wouldn't I enjoy that? Especially when I've come to have a few regulars coming along. Then again, in Noita, you can get some very fun ones.
Moving fast.
Yeah, in Noita you get to vote to kill me pretty much. When we get points, even more so. Don't have points carry over from what you've been watching beforehand, but you'll be able to spawn just an entire mountain of enemies on top of me. Yeah, it's really up to chat who gets
Ready
to
to engage.
decide what they want to do. They can be helpful, or they can try and murder you. Honestly, I'm fine with either. As I've said in many of my Noita streams, I enjoy the chaos of it. I could try and implement betting. It'll take a while to get everything set up, but it's still a little bit in the future. We're not quite there yet. I believe it's 48 followers I'm on, and I can't quite remember what my average viewer numbers are. Yeah, I'm aware of that, that's fine.
It would appear that diplomatic relations between Synedrian and the Phoenix Project are improving. This seems like a positive development to me, but I'm curious. Are you motivated by any kind of investment in our political and philosophical views, or are you just doing your job?
Well... I'm gonna say the second one. To get channel points and such, I know I need to have 50 followers, I need to have an average of 3 viewers over the last, I believe, 30 hours streamed? Don't know about that amount of time streamed, might be 30 days rather than hours. To mod people, I honestly have no idea. I might be able to mod people now. I'm probably not going to mod people, simply because there's not enough people in chat that I need to be keeping an eye on. It does turn into a case of there being just a few people who continually come back and aren't very nice. Then yeah, I might look into modding potentially one of you two, to be honest. You both seem like decent enough people.
So our short-term goals are similar, but our long-term goals are not necessarily aligned. Or perhaps you're still weighing your options. Unfortunate, but not unexpected.
We've got another place being attacked down here. How are they doing? They're winning. I don't need to bother about them too much. I mean, like I say, I won't be modding people anytime soon, I wouldn't think. Anyway, we need to replace all of these people, because they're all rather tired. Yeah, pretty much. Something you might want to keep an eye on is, I believe, the very first person who decides to subscribe to my channel, once you're able to do that, gets a little special badge in the chat saying you're the first one to ever subscribe to me. I mean, it does cost money, so I'm not going to say that's something you should definitely be doing. But yeah, that is something to keep in mind if you want to have a little thing to show in front of other people and brag. No, I can understand your not wanting to have you giving money out to random people on the internet. It's a rather dodgy thing to do, like at least in a high level thing. Now, let's see. Who's this person and when did I get them? Because I don't remember owning them. Might have got them last time. They seem to be a Snidrian sniper. I don't need the Jericho sniper rifle. Sniper magazine. The medkit. That should be them. I mean, I don't think it's a competition to see who has the most money. I mean, it's a lot harder for like people without jobs to get money, which is something I'm very much aware of because I don't really have a job. Yet I still quite like to get Domino's pizza every now and again. All you do is you keep your birthday money lying around to an extent. If there's something you want to buy, think about whether it's worth buying now. That's how I've gotten through. Oh yeah, that Domino's. Domino's is good. Most of the things in the menu aren't great, but there are a few combinations which I quite like. Like, think my favourite one. No, I don't believe I've had that. There might be more options in America than there are here, I don't quite know. But typically what I go for is the Texas barbecue pizza, but then I change the sauce to not be barbecue sauce. Go instead for the like sun-dried tomato and garlic. That's a really nice sauce in pizza. It's like peppers, onion, chicken, bacon. It depends what you mean with personal pan. You're able to personalise your pizzas, put whatever you want on there. I'm not entirely sure what a personal pan is. I don't think we have it called that over here if we do have it. I need to move another operative on. Let's take this sniper with us. I'll go pick up the new melee person too. Oh no, we definitely don't have that then. If you mean the pan pizzas, then yeah, we don't have that. I have had deep pan pizzas before, but Domino's doesn't do them over here. What was I needing to do in here? For like population census is a decent idea. That should be fine for now. It's just like a deep pan pizza, like the Chicago style ones, I believe they're called. Because if so, I have had them before, but they've not been from Domino's, like I say. They're not like that. Okay, I'm very curious now. Oh, that sounds fun. I can make a melee person. That sounds fun. Yeah, Chicago style is peculiar. I've always preferred more I want to say more normal stuff. I don't know if that's
Good move,
right.
Phoenix Project. You think you can beat us at our own game? Tobias West fought the same way, and look at him now, trembling behind his walls and adjutants, terrified of every sound in the dark. You'll be like that soon, and you'll never know when that sound turns out to be us.
That's nice to know. I think it's a good move. Nice to have him being so supportive. Are you even offering to just come round and say hello? What lovely people. I should get to manufacturing some of these fancy armour pieces. I don't know how you do it. Checking the Discord. Okay, I'll need to quickly tab out. I'll have a look. Oh, one of those. No, definitely. I've never had one of those before. It's an interesting thing. Anyway, back to game. I'll see if I can pull it up on stream. Give me a second. How would I pull this up on stream? Get OBS to look at Discord. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how we do this. Let's see. Add this, potentially. Oh, that's looking a bit trippy right now, isn't it? There we go. That thing in the middle might be a bit small to see, but that's what we're talking about. It's peculiar that it's come in so small. That's just because it's on a smaller monitor, my second one. There we go. That's that capture gone. I'd definitely be willing to try it. As far as pizza goes, I'm willing to try about any kind. Anyway, let's get back to the game and trying to figure out how we make our people genetically modified, because that sounds interesting. This guy already comes with this. Can I make him part robot as well? Oh. Oh, I know what we'll need to be doing. I figured it out. Phoenix Point, that's a central base. Phoenix Point Charlie, that can be my fancy one. Let's build a bionics lab. Cybernetics lab. Ooh, that's a little bit on the expensive side. Let's get one built. In 4 days' time we'll be able to genetically modify our soldiers. It should hopefully go well. I can't see it going horrifically wrong or anything, right? Anyway, keep time going. Then we pick up the new guy from in this space. Back to the geoscape. Let's go protect this haven and get some resources. We need to wait 4 in-game days, not in real life days, so don't worry. There goes the boss again, trying to convince us. What do I want to give this guy? I guess a med kit. It's always safe to give people a med kit. Well, let's go test out Mr. Melee Man. Or Melee Woman, potentially. I didn't actually read the name. I think it might be a woman, you know. We're up to 5 years apparently. I don't trust that. My phone says free. I don't understand what OBS thinks is going on. Bizarre. Like, this is why I started bringing it up on my phone as well, so I can actually get a more accurate read of how many viewers are currently sitting in chat and such. What's it say for you guys? Is it say 3 as well? Or is it say 5 potentially? I don't know why it's thinking I've got 5 viewers. Twitch on my phone's definitely not saying 5. Yeah, it's free for both of you too. It's bizarre. I don't understand what Streamlabs is thinking a lot of the time. At the very least, I've got a car. Look at this. I tried to run forward but immediately stopped. Not spotted anyone. Let's go drive it over here. Okay, now it's spotted someone. Who is it spotted? Over there. Well, pretty sure the only people who actually have mods is I've got a Streamlabs bot who I've got prepared in case I ever need to turn on auto moderation for chat. Just for like profanity and that. It really depends if there's all that toxic group that comes along. Then there's also, I have... is it Stream Elements, yeah. I don't know why they needed to have a mod, but I guess they did need it for something. This guy, I'll need to run forward, I can't actually do anything just yet. I've got one enemy over there, which makes me think we're likely attacking from this corner. Going to move someone up here. Who is this I'm moving? Anastasia. Alright.
Rolling out. There.
Immediately spotted someone, yeah, I was seemingly correct in thinking they were coming from over here.
I'm on the move.
Another enemy spotted? Oh no, they're in there. Okay, that's
Come get some.
potentially worrying. Strangler, do they have a ranged weapon? No, they're entirely melee.
I'll be right there.
Alright. Try and take out this guy. This guy's, I believe, stealthy and has a pistol. If I take the one shot, they'll go invisible. Yeah, there we go. I'm no longer allowed to aim at them. If I remember where they were, which is around there, I can shoot at them in free aim, I believe. This attack deals 30 additional shred damage. I do like dealing damage. That's also very nice. Enough to one-shot him. It's 160 damage I've got. But they don't sound great. I think they might have asthma or something. Like the breathing problem when you're running there. This person... Is this person ranged? No, that person is melee. I can just run forward. Lovely. Enemy spotted. That's another melee person. Everyone seems to be melee in this level. Very nice. Means I don't actually need to bother with cover at all. Still will use cover, but I don't need to if I really don't want to. Anyway, let's set up an Overwatch cone here. Should be able to hopefully hit that Strangler if we try and do something. And seeing as they have melee, I think it's mostly safe to move my vehicle up. Another enemy spotted. Oh no, that one's got a gun. Oh dear. Did not know they existed before. Let's sit here, so we've got slightly less good shots. When the Stranglers trying to make their way towards the civilians as well as the offensive guys of this area, so that's fine. That gunner is going to be an issue though. Not a very good shot though. Oh! Okay. Civilians fine for now. I'm going to say that the civilian deserved it. They probably didn't, but I'm going to say that so I'm justified. Oh, Streamlabs says I'm down to 1 viewer. There's something wrong with my internet? Has the stream crashed? And the phone's saying the same. Perhaps I am actually just down to 1 viewer. That 1 viewer being myself, I believe. Stomp. Lost 2 action points. Attack deals 30 shred damage. If I activate armor break, can I get through this guy in 1 hit? Viral damage. We're finally getting told what this does after being able to do it before. Just will points. Alright. It's basically you're able to panic enemies. Sounds perfectly reasonable. Let's take out this guy first. I've got enough action points to take 2 attacks. That guy's gone, but we don't have much in the way of health left, and they are bleeding. Let's turn on that. Getting an attack in here. It's been days, I should be safe to just run back slightly. If they need to move at all, then they won't be able to get a melee attack in. Over here, do I have a decent enough shot to finish him off? Could potentially get the arm. There's the gunner over here. I think shooting the gunner is a better plan. Sniper is apparently not able to see the gunner. Should be able to. Gunner's through there actually, no, they can't. Okay, we take out the gunner. Don't need to worry too much anymore about ranged, so that means cover isn't necessary. Scarab can move around slightly. I believe only 1 left over here. Let's just murder them. I do like the Scarab. Look at this. That's just an artillery barrage from entirely across the map.
It's time to act.
Yeah, now we wait for Disciples of Anu to do their thing before the alien bleeds out. now all I need to do is get one more melee attack in, and that's it. Look at that. That's all good. Back to the geoscape. I think we might call the stream there. It's been about 2 hours, roughly. Don't think I'm going to be doing too much more. It depends if people want me to do more. It says I'm up to 2 viewers. Hello, whoever's joined. Would you like me to continue for a while? I'm willing to keep going for a bit longer. Don't feel like you're inconveniencing me in any way. But yeah, if someone has dropped by, let's go do a scan of the site quickly. Get some more resources. Any minute now. And we'll be in this. I don't know why it needs to do this cutscene every time you skip it. You can. Lovely. So what we got? Looking for boxes. Box there, box there, box there, and boxes over here. Alright. Firstly, let's try and get rid of one of these things. I think launching missiles directly at it's probably a good idea. Got a total of 4 shots in this, and taking this thing out early is always going to be worthwhile in my opinion. Doesn't seem it bleeds at all. I should be able to finish off a single pistol shot if I can. Can I get a shot in over here? Yes, lovely. In you go, my... I don't honestly know what to call them. I was going to say my insectoid friend. They're not an insect, they're like a vaguely fish-like person. How much damage does their weapon actually do? Because that's not actually a pistol they're using, it's a hand cannon I believe it's called. Anyway, for now, let's advance slowly, see if we can find anyone. Not anyone immediately. I'll stick within some cover. Garib. Okay, where are all the boxes again? We've got one inside. So don't want to be moving the Scarab too far, because we're going to be putting all the inventories from these boxes into the Scarab.
Repositioning, prioritizing speed.
Sniper's going to go get that box. This person's going to get this one. Ah, nothing too exciting, sadly. I'll need to look at next turn though. Now, do I want to use missiles just to take out this guy? Seems excessive. Instead I'll just keep losing things. Ooh. Okay, we're starting to find some fancy equipment. Somewhat overloaded with stuff, a bit encumbered. Send the Scarab back to pick them up easily enough if we need to. As for her, she's not going to be encumbered from this. It's just at capacity, however. 80 to 90 damage in one shot. Best accuracy. Next attack deals 30 additional shred damage. So that's not limited simply to my melee weapon. Let's get an Overwatch in then. In case this guy comes a bit closer than I'm expecting. Send the Scar back to pick up them. They'll be able to get in easily next.
Acquiring time.
Anastasia. Yeah, that's not a good enough shot to justify. Let's get an Overwatch. Conan.
I got this covered.
Seeing that extra viewer still sticking around. OBS says I'm down to 1, Twitch says I'm on 2. Genuinely no idea at this point what Twitch is thinking in comparison to OBS. Which to believe, OBS doesn't seem to be the most trustworthy though. Ah, you're back on mobile. Alright. It's all good. Currently using my car as if it's actually a car, which is unusual for me. Typically I just use it as a car and then decide, yeah, that wasn't worthwhile. My favourite things though about it is just launch missiles across the map. Look at this. That's the ideal car. Imagine you're just stuck in a traffic jam. Traffic jams are no longer a problem with this. I mean, I should not be advocating for using missiles against a traffic jam, but I don't care. That's fine enough in my books. Got 30 health left. I could have potentially taken out that turn if I'd used my extra damage, that is a shame. I mean, you say nothing could be classed as a problem anymore. It depends what you think of a war crime as. Is a war crime a problem, or is it a potential solution? I'm gonna leave it at that, because I don't want to say any more on Twitch. I mean, you're fair enough. I guess it would just be highly unethical as well. That's all fine. Ethics don't matter. That guy bleeds out. This guy's dazed, we get 1 action point, so they shouldn't be a problem. Oh, and we have one of those stealthy guys. Don't like those stealthy guys. But someone's shooting my car. How dare they? I'll have you know that my car has missiles. Let's show them. That second missile didn't really hit too well. However, they've been completely disabled. As you can see by all of the red bits just before they disappear. I mean, I guess if you're one of the crab people and you don't know any better, it would make sense to try and shoot a car. Can't say I understand it. Okay, next the car needs to be moving over there. So it's going to be doing a big journey next turn rather than shooting any missiles. Just you saying not to shoot the car, it's reminded me of like anti-piracy adverts you used to get. Like, you wouldn't steal a car. All of that. That guy gonna bleed out? Okay, I'm assuming that pain chameleon thing means they're hiding their actual health. I'll need to send you a piracy ad from a comedy show I quite like, called the IT Crowd. It is lovely. It's not an actual anti-piracy ad, it's just a mockery of just how over the top some of them got. And this guy, they can just stay in the car for now. As for this person, they can move up and they can do an Overwatch just to be safe. I mean, yeah, you get some weird anti-piracy ads. I don't know if they're all the same. I wouldn't think they're all the same. But yeah, there are some weird ones out there. To go to a few extremes to try and demonstrate that you shouldn't be pirating a video. Okay, no, I can say for certain that we did not have that. I can't actually remember any proper anti-piracy ads. Chances are, like, I was too young to remember at the time. Or then face in this direction. Perfect. My guy can get cover as soon as they exit. Yeah, they're definitely not equals. That doesn't stop them from trying to convince you though. It has been proven time and time again that people won't pirate if there's a, like, reliable and affordable way to actually access any of the material. Like if you're pirating old games for example, it's hard to get old games. It's not as if there's an easy place to get them. If like the PS Vita and PS3 and I think PS2 shops. Oh, Factorio made it easy to pirate. Alright. Anyway, the PlayStation stores for various of their older consoles are all going to get shut down in a few months, and they didn't even warn the devs about it. I think in this example, I don't want to be condoning piracy, but I'd say for not letting you have it, they're going to actively get rid of 1,000 games or so. I'd say you're justified to pirate a couple if you really want. Ah, alright. It's a clever way to do it. Makes me think a little bit of... Who was it? Who did that? I think it was Game Dev Tycoon ages ago. They made it so if you pirated the game, and they made it fairly easy to pirate, they released their own pirated version. Yeah, but if you got that version of the game, it would be just exponentially harder. You would not be able to win. Yeah. And then like a year or two ago they released it so that you could actually turn that mode on yourself. Just say, it's not easy doing that mode. I tried once and it's not happening again.
Moving to position.
Yeah, piracy isn't as big a problem as some people make it out to be. That's my opinion, at least. Probably not the shared opinion of many people. Yeah, just Game Dev Tycoon sequel.
Repositioning, prioritizing speed.
I never quite understood how Game Dev Tycoon works. I mean, I know what you're supposed to be doing and everything. That's not what I'm meaning. I'm meaning, What is the formula to making a successful game in Game Dev Tycoon? Not as easy as you'd hope. Got one last set of missiles. I think we should shoot it probably at this guy. Let's see, can we get that there reliably enough? Maybe firing it into... It says we'll actually hit him if we do that. I think firing at this guy might be easier. Let's see. This is the last of missiles. And yeah, I think taking out that sniper is a better option. Definitely after getting that. Just damaging. Enter vehicle. There we go. We'll be able to transfer our inventory inside in a second. Then all we've got to do is get ourselves evacuated in a minute. Get Anastasia. Probably just evacuate on our own might be an idea. There's a crate down in that corner I'll likely be forgetting about. Not on purpose, just because I've got a terrible memory and I doubt I'll remember. This should be a safe shot. They will fire back, but I've got good cover. But they didn't even fire back. That is lovely. They know we've been beaten.
Taking point.
That's a sniper bleeding out. That's fine. And they've had their head disabled and are bleeding, I believe. That's enough damage for him to just die if nothing happens. I'd quite like to get the extra just XP in this guy. There we go. And over here we'll get that looted next turn. Then get them back into the car. Okay, one's loot that next turn. This person's inventory looking like way too encumbered. We need to head over here.
Making haste.
Taking out all the aliens though. At least all the aliens we've come across. Let's go up here, I'll turn around, should be able to get a sniper back in easily. A sniper will be able to get in next turn without any worry. End turn, this person, transfer what we've picked up into here. And yeah, end turn. There we go. I need to loot this still. There we go. What weapon? That's armor for. Assault rifle. Okay, I think I've already got some of those back at base. That'll be nice to have extras.
Not a problem.
Get in the car, drive down the road a wee bit, pick up our friend Anastasia. Hardline enemy, we spot us. Shouldn't be a concern, I think they're right towards
Let's
the
do
back.
this.
Anastasia gets in. Car now needs to head over there, then to the exit. A car, it's more of a tank really. It's not gonna call it a car, it's more of a tank. It's one of those fancy shield eyes. Alright. Oh, we've got gunners come along. Damn. Okay. Go over here. Should be able to unload a couple people to shoot at the gunner. First, transfer stuff into here. Exit. Should be able to hopefully exit her too. No, we need to move out of the way.
Sure thing.
I'll move here, he'll be the backup. She can get out, she's got a assault rifle, she'll hopefully take him out in a single combat turn. There's a tree in the way. That's great.
One less to worry about.
Did get lucky regardless though. Okay, Scarab can keep heading in this direction slightly. This guy... yeah, they can head in that direction too, sure. This person... it's fine. Not letting me end his turn. Let's get out the car then. I'll make them run for the resources. Needs more action points next turn, but we'll be able to escape after that. 4th end to turn, lovely. Actually drag them through, which is a bit of a nuisance. Oh. Run over, get in the car, get everyone in, we can all evacuate.
Sprinting to position.
And that should hopefully be everything. Yeah, all resource packs collected, it says up there. I move here, that should be us able to evacuate. I need to go around the tree. Okay, go around the tree, next turn we'll evacuate. Here we are. Let's say that was successful resource mission. Well, I think I'll probably wrap things up there then. It seems people have headed off to do other stuff, which is fair enough. I think I've had my fill of this for today, at least for now. We'll be doing more probably on Friday. I'll possibly do this 4th initiation next time. For now though, I'll save the game. Save. There we are. Well, if anyone's still watching, or if anyone's watching the VOD, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or evening, or whatever it may be for you, and I will see you next time, hopefully. Bye for now.